Hi Andy, this is Unghshu. I wonder, can you hear the crickets? They are sitting in the bush over there, and as you can see, it's quite dark already, but I thought that maybe it makes sense to film some short video in the afterlight, because we are approaching the darkest hour, and this is the most mysterious time of the day. Like I said, I like this house a lot, so the triangle one. So I can say that I already filmed that road and that one, but I haven't filmed this one, and it's a very nice place as well. I kind of failed to film them last year, so as soon as I have very little time, I didn't go to the remote communities where I have been yesterday. Sorry for the fence. So I decided to take a very brief walk. Don't think that our community doesn't have nice roads. This community is not exactly ours, but it's very close to ours. At least I can film a lot of stuff in the white nights, and I don't have to spend a lot of time on walking. Okay, if I sneeze right now, I beg your pardon. It's something about the smells. The smell of barbecue that I lost, Someone was making it, but that's okay, it's already better. Here are a lot of fences, as I can see. Oh, doggy noticed me. Cannot help him. Poor mite. He's sitting in a cage, but he's aggressive. Well, you probably recognize some views, because I already showed you the 11th road that is over there. I don't think that you will recognize a lot, because they look all the same. And this siding is like ours. It looks exactly the same, but the shape of the house is different. I gotta say that I love these 3 roads a lot, as well as some other, but it's not very comfortable for walking, as you can see, because of this gravel, whatever it is. Well, if to adjust camera like this, it's very light, but it's not what it looks in reality. I would say that in reality it looks somewhat like this. Maybe like this. Oi, what так? This is funny. I don't know. It's something in between, because the camera cannot see what my eyes see. But at least it's very close, and it's really nice. So, what's this? Yeah. Too many fences here. But I think it's worth documenting anyway. We don't have too much of white nights in July. I think you can hear the crickets. They're very loud. And I have to say that in June they are not as loud as in July. So maybe it's really worth it. Filming in the twilight, because the crickets are getting more loud. They're getting louder than in June. I remember that I like this house's veranda. We call it veranda. So I'm approaching the circle road. This is a very strange fence with these rings that look very odd. And this is a very nice house, and I can see that they have renovated it. Well, I actually remember all these houses and I know them. And I like that one a lot. But I come here every year in order to see what has changed. Just look at this. This is a nice yard. And this one is cute too. And you can see the afterlight reflecting on the houses, especially those ones that I showed you last time, the huge ones. And this house is designed like a modern izba house. I would call it so. Yeah, so I'm approaching a circle road. What are these? Забор от производителя. Что? Meaning fences. They make fences, so you can order a fence. Okay, and you probably remember this thing. It's an abstraction pond. It's quite dark, as you can see, and mysterious, don't you think? Well, there are only woods and some swampy swamps behind these trees, and well, also here is the abstraction pond, пожарный водоем, and the water quite peaty. It's not recommended to fall into something like this because it will be hard to get back. Well, this is very nice, don't you think? Incredible light. Yeah, I mean, I think that both versions of the light that my camera comes up with, they are both real. I cannot explain it, not really, because what my eyes see is something like this. But in fact, there is the liquid gold behind all this, so the camera can capture it to some extent. And I can see it to some extent too, but it's dissolved in the air. And yeah, sometimes camera can capture ghosts or liquid gold that you cannot already see, but some part of my eyes, I don't know, it can see it. So you can trust it here, and I mean both versions. So I'm gonna go over there and just walk a few steps more. You have seen the circle road, or maybe you haven't yet, in the last video that I'm gonna show you tonight. And by the time you see this video, I would have shown you that one. That's not easy to explain, that's pretty complicated. Okay, just look at these birches. And this fragment of the circle road is another one. It's quite far from what I filmed yesterday. Sorry if it's getting blurry, but it's quite nice too. So I just decided to film this fragment in the twilight. As you can see, the sky is pretty light yet, and the clouds are nice and fluffy. Well, and this path, it leads to it's quite scary looking, but it's and I don't like it really. I'm a little bit afraid of it too, because it's always there's a lot of garbage on it, and either it's flooded or polluted or something like that. So I don't go there, but it leads to the railways and to the platform too. Anyway, I hope you like the afterlight. Just look at this. And it's getting lighter to some extent. This is some unbelievable feature of white nights, because the afterlight is getting lighter, despite that it's getting darker in general, and the afterlight is getting lighter. And then when it fades away, like the sun comes up from absolutely different side. So this is the very amazing feature of white nights. Okay, so I'm gonna switch off the camera and probably make a little circle around the place, and then go home, breathe some fresh air, and probably go to bed, because I wanna do some bigger hike tomorrow in order to film something very interesting, and I hope you like it as well. And thank you so much for talking to me today and sending me so many amazing messages. So, like I said, that's probably quite silly to say it in a video, because I don't know when you see it, but you know how much it means to me that you sending me messages in summer and talking to me in summer, when you are supposed to be on vacations, you know, or at least have some days off, but you're still talking to me, and this is really special, you know. Okay, good night.